Am I live? Am I alive? All right, let's do this thing. Do we have audio? Seems like it. What's going on? Do we have audio? You should have kept the damn beard. Well, the good thing about that is that the beard grows back every month. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let me just make an announcement. And let me just double check that the audio is going. Oh, you can hear me? All right, good. These are things I should take care of before I get started, but what's going on? Let's listen to new Deftones first, and then we'll take care of this. Then I'll tell you what's going on. What's my secret on drawing so fast? Time lapse. That's the secret. Time lapse is in fact the secret for drawing fast, because I don't think I generally draw too fast. Okay, so let's talk about what we have going on here. So, read Berserk. I am actually reading Berserk. I have the manga, so I took care of that. So I was just designing some characters, and then I was like, what if I did little animations with these characters, and like animations that would work in like a 2D side-scroller type thing. So I'm working on an idle animation for this character at the moment, and I was like, why don't I just stream? So how long do I usually do per drawing? Each of these is like 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. It takes me a little while to find the pose also. So there's a lot of loose sketches that you're not seeing here, and it takes me a little bit to find the poses. Where have I been? Oh, I've been hanging out. I don't feel like, posting everything. So sometimes it's nice not to post. I've been doing a lot of animation practice, so I like to exist outside of the internet. Adobe Animate, this is TV Paint. Do I draw every day? Yes, I do pretty much draw every day. Some days I take off, but, you know. What software am I using? This is called TV Paint. Hey there, what am I thinking about? Did I use model reference for this animation? I actually didn't. The only reference I really looked at was some Street Fighter idle animations. And then I just stood up and tried to like act it out a little bit. Oh, also, I am streaming on Twitch as well, so I have both chats open. How am I doing today? I'm doing great. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like, well, I'm gonna spending all this time practicing animation, and I was trying to do a lot of stuff in like really intense perspectives, and I was like, let me just get some practice doing things in a 2D kind of way like this, or like really sort of flat perspectives, and then I can use that and sort of bring it into Unity or Unreal Engine and kind of play around with some 2D animations that way. The hair movement is really cool. Did you struggle with it a lot? Not this particular one, but I have struggled with hair animation a lot before this. But I've just been studying it a bit. Hair animation is really difficult, but you'll notice the way I did it, there's a red, sort of that red and blue line underneath. That's sort of the guide that I'm using to get the flow of the hair. How would you suggest one trying to do character design through your courses? I don't know. I would suggest by starting with a brainstorm course and not my course. I don't know, actually. You do you. I think maybe focus more on if you're struggling with drawing, focus on that first. But if you're like pretty comfortable with your drawing, then jump onto the character design stuff. And then as far as how you would approach it, or how I'd suggest you approach it, maybe you start by writing out what your character description would be and think of the archetypes. One of the things I did, and these are kind of shitty sketches up here, but I started with like loose body types first, so that way when they're in a lineup, I kind of know what the characters are, like they're very varied in their silhouette. What do you do to find motivation? I mean, I love the idea of like, I've been playing Cuphead, and I was just like, shit, I could do this. So to me, that's kind of motivating. It's like, oh, what if I did something like that, made my own game? I don't know. And those dudes they like remortgaged their house. I think one of the dudes was a construction worker. I'm so inspired by that. I think it's fucking cool. I like the idea of just being able to like just make stuff. Is it okay if, as an anime drawing beginner, sketches look blurry? I mean, anything's okay. If you want them to look good, I would try to make them less blurry. Or do you mean like you start really loose with the sketch? If that's the case, yeah, that's totally fine. Like if you're starting with a loose sketch first and then tightening up the lines, there is no issue there. When did I start animating? A couple months ago. I had been dabbling in it for the past few years, and then I finally decided not to be a bitch anymore and commit to it. And it's so much fun. How old is Mr. Modern? I am 28. But I act like I'm 13 years old, so mentally a juvenile still. Mentally still very juvenile. Long time to see. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. COVID has not affected me really, so I'm doing great. I know it's hard times for a lot of people, but I can't complain about anything. Just been practicing my animation, designing characters, having a good time. I feel like I've hit a good stride with my art too. I'm really enjoying the more stylized stuff. You haven't been around in a while. Nope. I've just been doing my thing. Been enjoying it. Been enjoying being off the internet. It's nice. get to practice without the criticism of the internet. It's wonderful. But I'm doing good. I'm going to shrink this down slightly. Yeah, there we go. Who's the best animation teachers on the internet? I really like Tanico Pantoa's videos a lot. His are my favorite. And hopefully, once I release my videos, I am working on one right now. I'm pretty far along with it. I plan on pretty much dedicating my channel to animation from now on. I haven't listened to this album yet, but it's pretty awesome. Do I need to go to animation school? Nope, I don't think so. I didn't go to animation school. And there's plenty of resources. I don't think anybody has to go to any school. There's so many resources online these days. My entire education has been, or art education's been from the internet, so that's a badass riff also. Deftones always keeping it cool. Who did you study heads from? I really like the indications and shape design you're going for these stylized characters. There's a lot of people, a lot of anime, a lot of other animators and stuff. There's this dude, John Lamb, who's super nice. He's got really great characters. He's got really cool stuff. That fucking riff is golden. It's so good. We'll draw for views. I went to a Deftones concert and didn't realize they ever changed songs. It was 45 minutes of straight. Hey, don't insult the Deftones, dude. They're my favorite band. Is it really important to memorize the names of the muscles? No. If your drawings are cool, your drawings are cool. I found it helpful, but I don't think it's necessary. It might have just been more helpful for me trying to teach. I don't know. You don't have to memorize the names of the muscles. If the drawings are cool, the drawings are cool. Don't worry so much about it. Shut up, Will. Do I like the Gorillas? Yeah, they're cool. I don't listen to them too much, but they're pretty awesome. Olaf Strom is so good with animation. Yeah, I've seen his stuff. I think Will actually told me about them, or about him. I could be wrong, but... Deftones animated video would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool. Deftones are like... They've just managed to stay unique. What do Japanese animators do better than us? I mean, they do a lot of things better than me. Both American and Japanese animators. I don't know. I think there's a lot of stuff that in anime they do that's really cool. I think my favorite part about anime in general is they just tackle storylines that are very distinct from what we talk about in Western culture. Like they're generally more okay with having really abstract storylines. Also, I think this foot should be facing forward a bit more. I can't visualize in 3D space in my head. How do I do it? Spend a lot of time visualizing in 3D space. It's a lot of practice, organic forms, boxes, that sort of bullshit. Deftones are still as raw / pure as they were when they started. Yeah, it's fucking crazy how good they are. They like, it's amazing that they managed to do that. Where did I learn drawing from my head from? Honestly, just doing it. It's one of those things that just sucks, and you just have to, like, it sucks at first, and you just have to keep doing it. It's like running. You know how, like, it's like, where did you learn running from? Well, I didn't. You just kind of like go outside and do it. I mean, I guess there's some sort of technique. I don't really know. I'm not like a runner or anything, but running seems to be one of those things where it's like you kind of just have to go do it. And so if you just keep drawing from your head every day, obviously you need to work on other techniques also, and like those techniques will start to inform your ability to learn to draw from your head. Like if you learn perspective, lighting, mark making, all those things will start to bleed into your ability to sketch from your head. But then, yeah, it is kind of like doing cardio. Do I have an Instagram? Yes, everything is Modern Day James. That kneecap is floating around, and we have to make sure. It might just be on the way back that it's doing that, though. When do you stop drawing 3D boxes? Well, I think in general it's a good practice to like just not draw 3D boxes, or if you're using boxes, draw it off to the side so it's like just sort of a reference for you, but you're not relying. What is going on here? Oh, there we go. Just use it as like a reference off to the side rather than drawing directly over it. It's generally a bad idea to do that. I know I did that in some videos, so do as I say, not as I do, I guess, right? Right, that's the phrase. Yeah, this knee's got to go up higher. I meant drawing the head, not from the head. Oh, I don't know. Will I insult Ethan's dog again? It seems like everybody insults his dog, so I don't know. I feel like he's so sensitive that even having a dog is an insult to his dog for him. So I think the dude's just got to take a chill pill, you know? Am I drawing on ones? No, I'm doing it on twos. I might do it on ones, especially for these looped animations. It might work to do it. Can you name all the dead memes on this channel? Yeah, there's a couple. I definitely would say insulting Ethan's dog is one of them. Olden Day James, I think, is dead. Unless I do like an animated version of him, which would be kind of funny. So that might bring it back. What about the podcast I mentioned on Discord? We're still going to do it. I'm the one up with Eric and Proda. We're supposed to do one soon. I don't know if that's the one you're referring to. I'm just waiting for him because he's like releasing new stuff on his YouTube channel. So he's the drummer from that band Fever. He's doing a video with, he's actually doing a video with the band Korn, which is cool. So we're waiting for that drop date to do a podcast together. TV Paint is definitely not free. They took all my money. Those French fuckers. Those French fuckers. I always just like trace over other people's art and then post it on my Instagram. And then I'm like, hey, check out my new drawings. Are you not supposed to do that? Is that like a thing that you're not supposed to do? Who has notifications on just to leave one dislike on the stream? I don't know. People with a lot of time. Just copying would be really bad. You need to understand the structure of what you're copying. I mean, one of the things that I feel like if you just get enough good artists that you can copy, you can just put those out on Instagram and then you're popular. The thing is, you just gotta, you can't just copy one artist, right? You have to copy multiple artists so that way people don't know who you're stealing from. Your dad worked on DDR in the 80s? Holy shit, that's so fucking cool. That was my favorite game when I was younger. Just listened to this album yesterday for the first time. Yeah, it's my first listen through all the way through. I listened to a couple songs and they were really awesome. You should copy Alfonso Dunn. I heard he takes it really well. Yeah, he's not a huge fan of that. I still don't know where I stand on that whole thing. I'm proud of you for switching to animation. Thanks, buddy. Proud of you for being proud of me. I think the knee movement's too extreme, so let's not do that. I thought it would be cooler, but it's not. Yeah, I'm not saying to like imitate people. You should definitely imitate a lot. I think that's just part of the learning process. I was just making a joke, acting as if I literally just post other people's work on Instagram. And that's how you be funny. You explain how funny you are. It is not Toon Boom Studio. It is TV Paint. No, it's not fine to just post other people's work and then give credit. Those fucking repost Instagram accounts are such bullshit. Because all they're doing is just making money off of other people spending time drawing. It's fucked up. You can't do that. That's called being an asshole. Alright, we're gonna look at the torso. The torso looks fine. And the pelvis is fine. I'm just fucking up the legs. I've never animated or used Krita, but I'm sure if you don't explain all your jokes, how will people know how witty they are? Yeah, that's a good point. What got me into animation? It's always something that I've been thinking about. I mean, especially for me, the reason why I got into drawing in the first place was to make indie games. So it kind of was something on the back burner. And I like the idea of doing like animations and stuff. It also just seemed like a pretty good use of the skills that I had learned. Like, I don't know, I was so focused on drawing and perspective that it's like, oh, well, that's kind of like a perfect marriage of those skill sets. Why does cilantro taste like soap? It is actually a genetic thing where some people think it tastes like soap and some people think it's the best shit ever. I'm in the best shit ever category. What's my character doing? It's an idle stance for like a game kind of thing, you know? It's a little over dramatic, but arch of the knee may need to go lower. I was thinking the knee would stay where it's at and then the thigh would just go down. But you might be right. I don't know. Like, it's kind of arching down that way. That was the way I initially planned it out. Would you ever do key animation to big time anime studios? I would definitely do a whatchamacallit animation at a big a big anime studio. And when you say they're interested, do you mean in my animations? Because they definitely shouldn't be. I like how idle animations just have people doing the hokey pokey. Yeah, basically. All right, I gotta figure out this wobbliness of the foot. The 6th frame is going up a bit. So the idea was that at the passing pose, the pelvis would go down, so it's like kind of bouncing up and down. But if you're talking about the kneecap, the knee is all fucked up. In which case, yes, it's all fucked. I'm actually just going to erase the knee and then figure it out based on that. I'm glad you like the twist in the head. Yeah, I mostly just focused on the upper body at first. Actually, while we're doing that, let's just finish the upper body. And I like those very distinct shapes for the arms. Do I think that my traditional, I mean, maybe not just traditional, but I think like just drawing has been, like my drawing ability has been helping. So I think the fact that I spent a lot of time getting better at drawing in perspective has helped a lot. I think everything's got its advantages and disadvantages. I think one of the disadvantages is like I now have to spend a little bit more time studying movement than animators do. But I have a better time with solid drawing than a lot of animators do, I think. So it's kind of like just a trade-off, if anything. Modern day Sakuga. Hopefully. That'd be pretty fucking cool. That angle's got to change there, yeah. Flatten that out. Did I go to school for art? Nope. Went to school for science. Took some biochemistry. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate the kind words. Is he surfing? Well, it's a she, but she does have like an undercut, so maybe that makes it a little bit more masculine. But no, it's just an idle animation. So it's like those Street Fighter-esque idle animations where they're just sitting there and they're just moving overly dramatically. Then I'm going to do like run animations, all that sort of that business. I post some drawings on Instagram, but I don't always post everything. I'm like pretty infrequent with posting. Pretty infrequent about it. And honestly, I want to spend more time just like working on big projects and then releasing one big project like once a year as opposed to a bunch of drawings on Instagram. Are you doing program class to learn animation? Just learning myself with videos and books. Animator survival kit, studying other animations. Yeah, I'll check that channel out. That sounds cool to me. Yeah, no problem. Glad the tutorials are helping. I haven't released really any this year, but... How do I go through frames? I have a button that does it. Just stop clicking on my keyboard. Am I using hotkeys? Or he is using hotkeys, yeah. It's magic. The magic of hotkeys. Hey, no honking out there, you sons of bitches. Hey, Khalil. Yeah, no, it's been a bit. I've been MIA, just chilling. Do I draw the hair as a separate animation? I did. Those blue and red lines are separate, but the dark lines are on the same layer. So I'll do like sine waves just as a single line to give me a sense of where they're going. And then I'll draw in the final shapes just on this layer. Like, yeah, you see those lines are in there. It's just a single line. White, blue, and red lines? I don't know, just 2 different colors, so I knew which hair strand was which, because they overlap at certain points, so I just wanted to make sure. It's not really anything specific other than just colors that I could distinguish from one another. The animations are, well, I'm trying to learn, just getting better at animation in general. And I was like, let me do idle stances that I could bring into Unity and just like maybe use my practices in a somewhat practical sense where I could just bring them into a game engine and make a character. I don't know, might be fun. I was looking at Cuphead, how they did all that stuff. And kind of what happened was I was doing a lot of animations in really intense perspectives and struggling. So I was like, let me take it a step back because I'm pushing myself a little bit too hard in into the difficult zone. So I was like, let me tone it down a little bit. I'll just do like flat perspectives like this. I mean, I don't know if I need to make a tutorial on... I don't think I'd want to make a tutorial just on using a program because you could just use any programs. Like, just use whatever program you're comfortable with. I'd be more interested in doing stuff on like the fundamentals of animation, which I started doing. I have it almost done. I probably could just release the video where it's at. I was trying to do some more intense shit in it, but do I take reference videos? No, but I'm going to. Yeah, then I'll do the run after I do this one. In a windy area, basically. Just want to make things look dramatic, so you don't want it to be not. You don't want there to be little movement. Almost looks like a ready to fight animation. That's pretty much exactly what it is. It's a idle animation, like just standing around ready to fuck shit up. how clean are you trying to get the animation before moving to Blender? Well, I don't know why you assumed I was moving to Blender. I'm not moving to Blender. I'm going to do one more pass of lines after this. And then after that, I'm going to color in those lines. To watch the debate, I watched like 5 minutes of it and I was like, okay, I get it. Animations look kind of flat. How do you get it to look so 3D? Solid drawing. Am I a Streets of Rage fan? Yeah, that's definitely a Streets of Rage fan. Glad you like the hair. Yeah, I was really trying to push. I don't know if I'm going to add the cape, because the character sketches have a cape as well. I'm excited to. I didn't really design out the big dude yet, but I'm excited to do his animation. I want him to have a big ass Gatling gun. I don't know if I should include the. Actually, I probably shouldn't include the gun. Yeah, because that would change it up. You'd have to make an animation for each weapon. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'll make it if you pull out the... Yeah, okay. Sorry, just thinking out loud. Well, I was thinking I'm going to do these sort of flat 2D animations in for like a 2D game, and then I could do like cutscenes using more a little bit more dimension and perspective. And let me just send a text really fast. So good, slap me in the ass, dude. Well, thank you, but I won't be slapping you in the ass. Dun, 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 dun. That new Streets of Rage is so awesome, by the way. Shout out to William Oakley if you want, I guess. Have I seen Evangelion? Yeah, it's fucking awesome. I saw the original. I think they did a remake. Shout out from nerdy white dude on the internet that draws stuff. Now all the kids in school will think you're really cool. Do I make backgrounds? I can. I don't know if I'm going to have people help me with that. Ahmed Eldori actually said he wanted to help me, so he might be doing the backgrounds, which would be fucking sick. I don't know what he's doing or spending most of his time doing, so. Do I watch a lot of anime? No, not really. I could watch more, though. I've been trying to watch more. I just got Crunchyroll, so I should be upping my anime intake. And I'm gonna be a total fucking weeb. The inspiration is so big that my fingers are numb. Thanks, buddy. I would definitely love to make some sort of indie game type thing along the lines of Cuphead. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm just gonna keep animating and then I don't want to like push anything because I still need to practice and get better. Ahmed is good. Yeah, he's fucking amazing. I don't like that pose for the face, so let's fix it. Will I watch the new Borat movie? Yeah, maybe. I liked the first one when I was younger. Your soul is hyperventilating, my brain is having cardiac palpitations. Shit, I didn't know brains could have cardiac palpitations. Y'all trying to get on that software game. It's TV Paint. Don't get too caught up with the software, because you could do this sort of thing on any software. Could be Toon Boom. I mean, not on any software, obviously, but Toon Boom. You could even animate in Photoshop. I was doing that the other day. So don't get too stressed out about what the software is. Just work on them animation fundies. Yeah, why no onion skin? The reason I'm not using it yet is because, one, when it's an onion skin, I think onion skin can be really distracting because you're not focusing on how things are moving. And also, since the animation's taking place in one solid spot, it gets, the onion skin's really blurry and difficult to see. So, a lot of animators I've spoken to have suggested not relying or even using the onion skin. I will do it when I'm doing the cleanup pass. So I will use onion skin then. But I find it easier to focus on the movement. Yeah, I was actually watching the Aaron Blaze stream. He's so good. He's a fucking master, that guy. Yeah, now that knee looks better on that first start there. Yeah, a little bit smoother. I'll fix the second half in a little bit. I'm actually probably just going to copy and paste the poses, and then once I finish the first 8, because then it's just the same thing backwards. Except with I gotta then fix the hair. No onion skin gang. Have I seen Klaus? I actually haven't, and I had a student that worked on it, so I feel really bad actually. She did the costume design for it. I am animating an idle animation, you know, one of those animations where the character's just standing ready to fight and fuck shit up. The knee is causing me trouble. Yes. The left knee I think I fixed, though, for the first 8. Yeah, like the... Yeah, I think it's a little better. It's also just because I added too much movement to it, I think. Let me erase the right knee. Thanks for hanging out, Carly Drew. I'll be doing more of these. I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do a bunch of idle animations. I think the next one is going to be that bigger dude. You're a storyboarder, so it feels like witchcraft. Oh, thanks. I don't know who my favorite animator is. I feel like I've just seen really good animations. Actually, you know what? There's this dude, Rocket Boy Rocket Boy Art on Instagram, who's fucking so sick. Your experience is that onion skin is best for cleanup. Sometimes for in-betweens, it becomes a crutch. Yeah, I have the opposite issue of not using it enough, I think. But yeah, I didn't realize that at first. But then now that I'm like comfortable not using it, I don't want to use it ever, pretty much. But yeah, for the cleanup phase, it makes sense to use. Rocket Boy is the bomb. Yeah, he's fucking good, right? Animators don't get as much rep as fine artists, though. I don't give a shit. Because it's fucking cool. And like, if you make video game, like if I make a indie video game or whatever, then you can get the most rep because then you sell that video game. Like Cuphead did so good. What's her name? I actually don't know yet. Could you chart turns like this with slow-mo shots of G.I. Joe figures? Could do that. I don't think I want to, but yes, you could definitely do that. Okay, let's now focus on the right leg. I'm gonna focus on the upper part of the leg. Name her Onion Head. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter what people think, right? It's just about, it's about you. It's about what you enjoy making. It doesn't matter what other people are saying about it. Like, I'm not going to change what I like doing based on, yeah, what gets feedback or not. I think people just like good shit regardless of what it is. So if you make good animations, you make good anything. My style has changed. Yeah, I've just sort of done, I think I was not doing exactly what I wanted to do and thinking I needed to get better at like classical drawing and not just do what I was into from a young age. Like, this is the kind of shit I was always into when I was a kid. And finally I just accepted. I was like, well, shit. Let's just do what kid me would have wanted to do, you know? Like Dragon Ball Z, I liked all like Final Fantasy IX was an art style I was super into when I was young. What kills you makes you stronger. The board game, unfortunately, my friend who designed it quit, so I can't do anything with that. I'm gonna do this now. Have I ever seen Fooly Cooly? Yeah, that's one of my favorites. That was like one of my first favorite animations. The hair is going to seem strange and like go in a loop right now, but... Or it's like in a ping pong. Oh, wait. I fucked up. Am I doing this right? There we go. Little copy pasta action. Yeah, that knee moves too much. Okay. Dun, 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 ding, ding, dun, 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 dun. Let's end it there. There. It does maintain continuity, but I was thinking about how you could do that. Like, if you're doing 2D stuff, you could do a little bit of tracing on stuff so you keep some continuity, especially with vehicles, because vehicles might only have a couple of moving parts. So I think the way I would probably do it is I would trace for a lot of the in-betweens for vehicles, and then maybe any sort of effects like smoke, gears, or that sort of thing. Then I would start to whatchamacallit, animate a little bit more. Yeah. Sometimes I find this too when, like when I'm animating, just subduing some of the movements a little bit more works. Did I film a guy doing the maneuver? No. No, I kind of just winged it with the gesture drawings, and then I I looked at a bunch of like Street Fighter ones and then just kind of winged it with the gesture and then laid my character over it. Yeah, that's way better with the knee. So much better. It's a good song too. Yeah, sometimes it's just like if you have too much movement, you just have to knock it back a little bit. I don't really need a timing chart for this because it's such a simple loop, but I would normally use a timing chart. If it was like a little more complicated, I would probably time it out. No, I won't be doing Transformers, but I will be doing mechs at some point. Yeah, I think timing charts are very important. Yeah, this one, like I said, I kind of just started doing, but normally I would use some sort of chart because I do think it's important to know what the hell's going on. What am I listening to? This is Deftones. The hair could flow a little bit more, but I'll fix it as we go. Haven't heard that band, but I'll check them out. I'm glad I could help inspire you, man. Have I played Doom Eternal? Just a little bit of it. It looked really awesome, though. Alright, just gotta fix the proportions. They changed a little bit. She gets a little bit more stout here, which I kind of like better. But also her leg is bent, so... Like, I like this proportions the most. I mean, it's a subtle shift, but I still like the way she looks there the best. Kind of reminds me of like Mega Man in a sense. Did I always listen to metal? No, there was a point at which I didn't when I was a young lad, but I discovered it pretty young. Like, I think 11 years old is when I started listening. Then I was in a metal band, so that's pretty much all I listened to for a while. It's weird how Mega Man was a very small man. He really was. He wasn't so mega after all. This is the second to last album. The newest one just came out. They've been pretty active, the Deftones. They got this album, and they just put out a new one this year called Ohms. But that's not what we're listening to right now. It's the one right before it. His original name was Rockman, which still doesn't make any sense. No, it really doesn't make any sense. Let's get rid of that blue and red. Still needs some work, but not so bad. Also, let's bring that rough pass down. Oops, not what I wanted to do. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And if we're gonna add like, I don't know if I'm gonna put like a utility belt or anything with weapons on it so you can see the weapons there. But that might be pretty cool too. I could just do that on another layer also. I like how simple the hair is there also, so let's try to keep it that simple. I haven't seen those animations that you're talking about. I was trying to do a pixel art version of this, but I don't think I liked it as much. I kind of enjoy doing the more traditional style animation. Did I ever have metalhead hair? No, I really couldn't get it. I tried. I had long hair, but it was so fucking bad, dude. That looked so bad. Is this program TV Paint? Correct. Will my character be in Smash Bros? Probably not. I think I just fucked up, but might look dapper in a braided beard. I've never grown it out long enough for that. I did have it really long actually when I first started the YouTube channel. I think the beard was like 4 inches or something. It was pretty long at that point. That was the longest I ever had it, and then I cut it. I just am in constant beard flux, you know? One of the things is when I'm doing it too is like you'll get one part of the animation right and then you have to kind of keep looking at other parts to see what the hell's going on. So that, I think the thigh works now. Yeah, the thigh works. Now let's get that leg to work. It's really that lower leg that's wonky. I think the upper body's pretty good. Maybe some of the face poses needs to be fixed, but you want me to try hentai? No thanks. I have zero interest in that. You're very funny, William Khalifa. It looks 3D? Awesome. That's the goal. How do you make something with a flat drawing look like 3 dimensions? I'm excited to do some fucking attack animations and stuff too. Oh, that's gonna be so much fun. Slices and dices. I don't know if I'm gonna give her like a cyber sword kind of thing, like a little bit of a lightsaber, or if I'm gonna give her mostly projectile gun type weapons. I think I want to do some sort of slashing. I'm with Rymus on this. Use shapes. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but that is the idea. Where are the tentacles? I don't know, buddy. Oops, not what I want to do. She looks like a fighting game character. That's kind of what I was going for. It's actually exactly what I was going for, so that's great news. It'll probably be like more of a platformery type thing, but did I see that he did an entire animated feature in Rough? No, I didn't see that. Just wanted to say thanks for sharing your art journey. Been watching since the start. At least I know what it really takes. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I recognize you. Appreciate you hanging out. Been at it for a bit. Beginning to understand why people give characters tight clothing. Yeah, because animating drapery is really time consuming. Yeah, it's tough to animate with loose clothing. One of the ways I would do it is I would animate like this, the body form first, and then animate the clothing over it. Okay. I'm gonna do some magic here. I don't know if there's like a quick way to reverse the layers, but let's do this. Wait, shit. You see a lot of animators doing roughs and then drawing over. Well, I did do that. Here's the. 1 second. Here's the rough pass. So I started with this, and I'm just sketching over that. And it's an easy way to like map out movements before like getting too caught up in details. All right, anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I'm hot and sweaty, and I want to get some dinner. So I will talk to you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll probably try to do some more streams. I haven't been streaming a lot, but if you guys want to see me do animations, then I'll do more of it. You just got to be willing to put up with animations. It's a little frame by frame, but wait, that's not the one, I think. Or is that the one? That's the one. All right, yeah, we'll do some more animation streams. Cool. All right, yeah, we'll do more. Hopefully I'll have this one finished up by the next time I stream, and then we can work on a different character. And we can start from the rough animation first, because I think the rough animation is really where it gets, where you can see the movements, whereas this is more just, it's a little bit more laborious to get to this point. You have the new TV paint. It must be a millionaire. I'm doing all right, but you know, I'm not a millionaire. We got to release the game first, and then if it gets to a Cuphead level success, then we can do it. We'll do it. So you guys got to help me become a millionaire. That's the goal.